sick of missing an Osu?
Have you ever felt crushed from choking a new top play?
5 months went into this, and golly gee, it ended up being surprisingly effective.
Brother, I've seen the map!
Oh no, I missed. Oh gee, if only there was a way to stop missing an Osu ever again.
That's right. After years of choking top plays, I've decided that enough is enough.
Now the premise is simple. You miss, you lose, you get a laser shot in your eye. And you may be wondering, why would I ever want a laser to shoot me in the eye?
Well, have you ever heard of negative feedback? It's what happens when you touch something hot. You get burned and instantly never want to touch it again.
We want instant results when it comes to this game. There's nothing quite more instant than the negative feedback of taking a laser to the eye.
Also, did you know that I did a presentation about it at the annual OSU Texas meetup? It kind of went something like this.
What is the #1 way to miss in the OSU? What is the #1 way to lose the OSU World Cup? Pretend I didn't say that. Anyone?
Basic.
Wow, what a good answer. The #1 way to lose the OSU World Cup is to miss. Many such cases, by the way. What happens when your health gets low in a game?
Sometimes say red.
Good answer. The screen turns red to indicate that you've taken damage and you might be about to die. OSU Lazer used to do this, but Pepe got rid of it. However, I believe that they were onto something with this. Maybe there's a better way of doing this. Something much more, how should I say, effective. Well, with this device under here, no longer will you have to worry about missing an OSU. No more choky top plays. No more throwing tournaments. No more having people look at your profile and look at all those shitty top plays from 5 years ago and just judge you based off of that, even though it's completely inaccurate to how you play today. You can say goodbye to all of your collective misery spawned from this single red X. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the OSU Lazer Buddy. This device shoots a laser into your eye anytime you miss an OSU.
Oh no.
It does this fully automated. It just works automatically with the help of a second pair of hands.
Wait, timeout. What happened to the face eye tracking?
Listen, man, I barely know how to code C++. Trying to code something as advanced as facial eye recognition is just... Look, I tried. But even after getting the help of a friend, we still weren't able to make it reliable enough for the demonstration. Especially since it's not that often you have at least 60 OSU players come together in one place. At least I was able to write the code to control it with my mouse though. Surprisingly, people actually wanted to get the OSU Lazer Buddy experience, so I found a little corner in a gaming cafe and had things set up for our first victim.
I don't know what to do.
Just play a map. Anything that you don't want to miss on.
Okay.
He went with a map that's more conservative on the aim and focuses more on bursts and streams. Now the question is, how will things go when he finally misses? Is it possible that I made something that works too well?
You want to try another map or?
Yeah, okay. Oh my god.
Is the laughing emoji mug a part of the design?
What are your thoughts on this mug?
It's more of a comment, really. I don't have an artistic mental,
Yeah.
but I'm sure the message is there for someone.
Would you say it's poetic?
No.
No.
Are you feeling motivated?
Oh yeah.
How many misses did you get?
I got 3 misses, or 4.
4 misses. What's your average miss count on this map?
It might be more than that, honestly. Like 5 or 6.
Did you hear that? Instant improvement from the direct motivation of shining a laser into his eye. All right, who else wants to try this?
You know, I think it's a really good thing to have a larger sample size. Our first volunteer did show that there is some potential with using the OSU Lazer Buddy, but it's always good to have a larger sample size because, you know, maybe this guy won't fail. Oh, he also failed his first run. Hiccups aside, it also looks like he chose a flowway map, though this one is more stamina intensive. Let's see how he plays now that he's adjusted to the laser. Okay, so far so good. He made it through half the map with just about 4 misses. He did miss a few more times, but let's see what his thoughts are.
How did you feel this time?
I felt better.
How does your usual run on this map compare to this run?
I could probably FC it.
You could probably FC it. Is this how you feel now after having this?
Yeah, if I don't FC, I feel like I'll be blinded, and then once I can't see, it'll come to my house and murder my family.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Anyone else want to try this out?
I'll give it a go.
All right.
Who knew negative reinforcement works so well?
Is this safe? Great question. Is it safe to point a laser in your eye?
Wait, how will it work with like glasses though? Like if somebody loses.
That's a good subject to go into.
Yes, that is a wonderful subject to go into. Glasses, well, you see, as long as it's below a certain threshold of exposure, it should be safe.
Okay.
Yes.
Just don't stare at lasers. Having converted 2 Osu players to the Osu Laser Buddy theology, it looked like we were actually getting results. Sure, there may be an initiation period for newcomers, but as the saying goes, we ballin'.
Oh my god, dude. Chain missing's even worse on this.
Let's try that again.
Locked in.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that laser's actually motivating me not to fail.
Basically, the premise of this is, if you miss, this will shoot a laser into your eye, and the goal is not to miss.
Okay.
So this meetup actually had a LAN tourney going on, and Wowie ended up being due for his semifinals round. But that's okay because
Shall we hunt for more victims? Okay, cool. Our next victim.
this gave me a chance to realize I needed to let them adjust to the setup before blasting a laser at them. So I started letting them play 1 to 2 maps to get their settings tuned in. This also let us compare before and after scores.
How do you feel?
You know, the red light definitely motivated me to not miss, I will say that.
Whatever you missed, it's like a shock. Like you have to take a moment to readjust after you get hit by the laser. But I felt like compared to when I first played the map, I was missing less right after I missed before because I think it like helped me like refocus or something.
Let's look at the miss count.
Okay.
6 misses versus 7. Immediate improvement. He improved by 1 miss compared to the other map. How did you feel this time?
I think like when I first played without the laser, right after playing with the laser, whenever I missed, it felt weird because I was expecting like for the light to shine in my eye.
So you felt like you had a deeper connection formed, and just without the laser, you felt like you were playing worse.
Yeah, sure, it was different.
Up until this point, we've had numerous positive results from testing the Osu Laser Buddy on our victims. But there is still one thing we need to find out. How would this stack up with players in the top 1000?
Would it be embarrassing if I just failed?
No one tell him. Like with the last 2 volunteers, I had him get situated with a map of his choosing. And with him all nice and settled down, it was time to see how he would handle the Osu Laser Buddy.
You have a match, sir.
See, this is why I wanted to put up before.
No worries. Here, we can just redo this after you.
Okay.
I started looking around to see if I could get at least one more volunteer to try out my robot. And it just so happened that just kidding, with the power of editing on my
Oh, you're gonna play up this pun like crazy, aren't you?
Oh yes I am.
It just hit me. Oh dear. That's not fair.
Most of the maps we've seen today have actually been from the LAN tournament, but this is the first time we have someone choosing an AR-8 map with Hidden. He did say it's what he specializes in.
I went from chain missing to almost hitting that all though. I didn't miss that time.
Error, you could call it an error.
Dribble in a cage.
Putting that little bit of human error aside, let's see what he thinks about the whole thing.
I almost didn't even feel like I was being hit.
That did look like an even better run. Let's compare them. You missed less notes.
Way less notes.
Do you think it helped you this time?
I do think it helped me, but there was also this quality where I was getting used to it.
Oh, okay. You were getting used to it.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
maybe the effects of it would not be...
Maybe some longer term studying.
It would be a bit... It wouldn't be as straightforward as you might think.
Damn, that's crazy. It's almost like people can be conditioned into needing something that hurts. And and it just so happened that someone else had forfeited their own match.
Hey, Caden, I have a question for you if you're free. I'm currently making a video around this robot I made. Would you be interested in being in this video?
Okay.
Alright, awesome. We got the Caden.
One of the Osu World Cup champions of 2022 had just unknowingly agreed to get lasered in the eye.
Here's the key point. Pick a map that you're confident you might be able to play without getting misses, but you might get a miss here or there.
Okay.
I did not expect to get this far, but you know the drill by now. After getting himself set up, he ended up choosing to play the map Tome Elegy, specifically Skystar. I just realized I had the difficulty names mixed up for over 5 years. How do you think it... What? Gosh, I remember the time when this map was considered one of the most difficult maps in the game. It was considered so difficult that hitting the awkward jumps in the hardest part of the map was considered a god mode. He still ended up missing about 3 times without the laser, which actually makes this the perfect scenario to have the Osu laser buddy fulfill its intended purpose.
Let me go ahead and tell you what this robot does.
Okay.
So, basically, anytime you miss, it shoots a laser in your eye.
Oh.
And it moves around, yes. The goal here is not to miss. Don't miss. FC is a bonus, but don't miss.
Okay.
Alright.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
the map! I didn't even get to use the laser! What the fuck? Dude! It works! I didn't even use it though! Okay. How do you feel?
That was super tenseful, dude. I was like, I need to not miss, or else like I'm gonna get a laser in my eye, right? Like the pressure was way higher than like normally.
Would you say it helps you play better?
I think yeah.
I mean, you did play better. You have seen it. Yep, it's all the laser, man. It's the fucking laser. You already have an FC on the map?
No.
He doesn't have an FC on the map? That was your first FC?
Yeah.
Bro!
And it's offline, of course, doesn't get it.
My name is Rekunon. Please like and subscribe to Jaymusta.
I'm Among Us. Please like and subscribe to Jaymusta.
I'm Boxsnake. Please like and subscribe to Jaymusta.
Woo! Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My name is Cole, and subscribe to Mighty Boob.
Jaymusta.
Jaymusta.
That's my YouTube name. Your name is?
Kabir. Like this video and subscribe to Jaymusta.
This is Woey J. Subscribe to Jaymusta.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I'm Decaden. Please like this video and subscribe. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Decaden.
Thank you.